Showing up for women emotionally is the new being good in bed. Emotional intelligence is one of the things that makes men the most sexy to women. Empathy is the capacity to feel what another person is feeling. Emotional and relational intelligence is the ability to take that felt sense of what someone else is feeling and being able to skillfully translate that into language. There's a quality of naming the emotional truth into the space. It is a different type of penetration where we are penetrating a moment with truth, precision, and clarity. The emotional spectrum is fucking messy. It's chaotic, it's difficult to make sense of sometimes, and it can be completely destabilizing. One of the things that helps move the needle from destabilized to stabilized is truth. And with a precision and potency, if we name that truth, it has a capacity to take something that's chaotic and messy and create pristine clarity. And women find that fucking hot. Most women that I know will prefer this over how good you are in bed, how big your cock is, how much money you make, how good you look in your new outfit, or literally anything that you might be prioritizing in your relationship. So let's talk about how to do that. The first step is we need to get out of our own heads and bodies and be willing. Like, that quality of willingness is so clutch. Having a willingness to be available, to drop into another person's world and really get what they're going through. When we have the ability to drop into another person's world and feel what they're going through with attunement and precision, it creates this incredibly palpable bond and quality of connection where a person feels felt by another person. And that quality of feeling felt by another person signals to them, this person is really with me. They're connected to me, they're feeling me, and they really understand me. And this is one of the sexiest things to women in relationships. Women are fed up with men being invalidating and dismissive to their emotional experiences. It is a huge instigator of emotional and sexual contraction. So being able to actually hold someone with love, care, and empathy during their emotional experience is absolutely huge. Here's how we do it. We need to get out of our own heads and bodies, like I said a moment ago, and be willing to drop into their world. That's where it starts. It's when we get caught up in our own bullshit, our own anger, our own frustration, our own discomfort, and we get all consumed with that to such a degree that we actually lose touch with what's going on over there. That's problem number one, and it's where most men fail. The ability to hold our own emotional difficulty, our own discomfort, our own longing for connection or closeness or for sexual openness that we're not getting from our closed and contracted partner. Being able to hold and be with the discomfort of that is critical. It requires stretching our emotional capacity. If we tend to get upset and frustrated and start blaming or attacking them back, that is such a key indicator that we don't have a huge emotional capacity. So first step is to learn how to grow that, to be able to hold that. And it requires that quality of willingness that I just spoke to. I need to be willing to be able to be with my own discomfort, my own longing and desire for their emotional and sexual openness. And I need to also be willing and able to feel them at the same time. The moment that I lose touch with what's going on over there, I'm lost. They can't feel me, I can't feel them, and both people will feel disconnected and likely start blaming, shaming, and attacking each other, trying to make the other person wrong as a coping mechanism for our own discomfort. It's so much easier to blame what's going on over there than it is to take responsibility with what's going on right here. So we need two qualities that we've spoken to so far: willingness and ability. The ability comes with learning to manage our own discomfort. That comes with taking deep breaths instead of shallow breaths, softening our body instead of clenching and contracting. Taking a moment to pause. If we're feeling triggered or upset and we actually can't feel what's going on over there, we genuinely can't feel empathy with what's going on over there, we need to stop the conversation and take a sacred pause. This is a clutch relationship tool so that we can reconnect with ourselves, recenter, recalibrate, and come back online at the level of the mind and heart so that we can actually be attuned and available to what's going on over there. The third part is being able to communicate what we think that we're feeling is going on over there. So let's say your partner has asked you to take out the garbage 3 times this week, and you've said that you would do it. You're busy, you have priorities, you need to talk to your family, you need to take care of your work, you have to take care of your finances, you have all of these life responsibilities that are calling for your attention, and maybe you've lost touch of her request to taking out the garbage. She's asked you 3 times, and on the 4th time she comes up to you and she's upset that you haven't taken out the garbage yet. And you might say something like, can you just get off my back? I've had to work 14 hours a day or 12 hours a day. I've needed to do things A, B, C, and D. All of these things are commanding my attention, and the garbage is much less of a priority. It's not a big deal, except for the fact that it is a big deal. It's a big deal to her because it's actually at this point not a matter of you not taking out the garbage. It's a matter of trustability and integrity, which is extraordinarily foundational to safe, healthy, nourishing, and fulfilling relationships. You gave her your word that you would take out the garbage and you didn't do it. That is an integrity lapse and an integrity leak. That's what the issue is about. So instead of getting pissed off at her nagging on you, you can pause, take a deep breath, and imagine what's going on for her. Be willing and able to drop into her world. She's asked me to take the garbage out 3 times. I told her I would do it, and I haven't done it yet. And it's fair and valid that I am busy, overwhelmed, tired, exhausted. My life is really full with other responsibilities that I hold as a deep priority. All of that's valid. And there's a time and a place to advocate for that. And it's not the moment right after she's voiced her upset. That is the moment that empathy is absolutely necessary. It's so critical that we lead with empathy. At the Love Coach Academy, where I studied emotional intelligence, the motto is empathy first. So this situation from a relationally skilled and an emotional intelligence perspective might look like, honey, you're totally right. You asked me to take out the garbage 3 times. I told you that I would do it, and I haven't done it yet. That's made me out of integrity with my word to you, and you have every right to be upset. That is emotional validation. If I was you right now, I would probably be feeling anger, resentment, and mistrust, frustration. Does that line up with your experience? That's what empathy looks like. I'm putting myself in their shoes and imagining what they might be thinking and feeling. And if I get it right, she will immediately feel connected to me and emotionally validated. She'll come back online with you and say something like, you're totally right. I'm angry. I'm frustrated. You said you would do it. And quite frankly, it just makes me feel sad and mistrustful of you. Now, that is really difficult feedback to hear. So this is a moment again where we would come back to managing our own discomfort. We might feel sadness, shame, anger at ourselves. We might feel angry at them for being confronting about it because it's an inconvenience or undesirable because we want their emotional and sexual juicy openness. That's the key longing that's alive for us. However, that's not what we're getting right now. And it's restoring and repairing when there's a trust rupture that is so deeply in service to the heart and sexuality opening in a beautiful way. So this is our moment to show up for ourselves, show up for our partner, and show up for the relationship by showing care, avoiding defensiveness, staying out of blame, staying out of defensiveness and dismissiveness, and caring for the part that she's bringing to you that's longing to be cared for. Honey, you are so right about that. You have every right to feel upset, sad, angry, disappointed at me. And I want you to know that I really care about the experience you're having. I want you to trust me. I want to be a man of my word. And I really dropped the ball here. I take ownership of that all the way. And I'm so sorry for the impact that it's had on you. Ownership, apology. And then the next thing that comes is a commitment to changed behavior, where we'll say something like, I totally want to be a better man for you. And I am going to do my absolute best to be of integrity with my word from now on. I want you to know that I might not get it right sometimes, but I'm so on board with you with doing the work so that I can improve, and I'm here for it. Again, I'm sorry that me not taking out the garbage impacted you in such a hurtful way. I love you. I care about you. I don't want to hurt you. So I'm committed to doing better. This might be the point where she comes online, she appreciates your apology, she appreciates your ownership, she appreciates you clearly being able to self-reflect and see the parts of you that didn't show up fully with integrity, and Being able to self-reflect and take ownership of that actually demonstrates trustability, even in the event where we've done something that was untrustable, like not fulfilling our word. It's called a restoration of integrity. I was out of integrity. You're totally right. You have every right to be upset. I'm so sorry. I did not want to hurt you, and I'm committed to doing better. And we deepen our integrity and we strengthen the integrity field in the relationship by following up on that with changed behavior. We commit. I am going to do exactly what I say I'm going to do. I'm not going to overcommit with something that I actually don't have the capacity to do, because it'll put me out of integrity with them later down the road. So I'm going to be highly discerning about what I say yes to, and the things that I say yes to, I'm going to do as impeccably as I can. And that, my friends, is the relational skill that all women crave. So Bed Legend, cheers to you for creating an absolutely legendary love and sex life.